All right. Well, hello, Opus family. Welcome back, Water Cooler Wednesday. I'm Kayla. If you haven't made it before, I'm the client account consultant here at Opus Management. I am in our Texas branch. Our home base is in Tiffin, Ohio. And thank goodness I have finally learned to call it Tiffin and not Tifton. TJ loves to make fun of me for that, especially if I get started talking too fast. So, for those of you that don't know, we are a business consulting firm helping small, mid-sized businesses with their technology needs. Our goal is to make things easier and make your lives run much more efficiently, much more smoothly in your day-to-day operations. So, again, thank you guys for joining me. We are on all of the Opus Management social media platforms today, so that includes YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then I also am live streaming on my TikTok channel as well. So you might see me a place or two if you follow us on anything. If you find any of this information useful, or if you've got any questions, you are more than welcome. Come join us over on any of the social media platforms. You can check us out on the websites and set up discovery calls or time to talk with us if you've got some questions. Opusmanagement.us is our main website. And then if you're specifically interested in either social media, brand content, or marketing, you can find us at opusmanagementdesigns.com. So there is that option, and that is design, not designs. So pardon me for that. But so on Wednesdays, typically we do some back and forth if I've got people that have hopped on or topics that were just burning in anybody's mind over the week that you guys leave us on on any of our social media. So this week has been a little bit quiet, and partially my fault as I was out not in my usual office space here in Texas. I was out in Oklahoma. I'm quite not enjoying the crazy weather. So if anybody saw, we had some rough storms blow through Tulsa while I was there. So if you saw the Water Cooler Wednesday 2 weeks ago, while I was in Tulsa at the Pinto World Show that Saturday night, that Saturday was the last day of the horse show, as we had 100-mile straight line winds come through, and it knocks the power out. I'm not 100% sure when the power came back on. Last I had heard, Monday the RV Center had gotten power back, but I believe that was all. And then the rest of the town, for sure through Tuesday, Wednesday, didn't have power. So over 200,000 people without power. It was rough because we'd seen a lot of rain, and there was a lot of power lines uprooted, and power poles knocked over, and a lot of trees uprooted and knocked down. But thankfully for me, no major damage to either my vehicle or my horse trailer that I was staying in. So we rerouted, made some business decisions. I stayed in Guthrie for the remainder of the week for the Versatility World Show, and helped do some marketing and some business stuff there. And it was outside of the crazy storms, it was really a good week. So I'm excited to be back home in Texas. Finally broke 100 degrees down here. Y'all, it's going to be a rough August and September. If you catch me on here at that time, I will be melting, just so you know. We've been breaking 100 degrees, and it's, Texas. We get a little hot. Can handle it, but it's a little bit. So we're going to kick off, if nobody has anything right now, we're going to talk through a little bit of goal setting. So we're getting ready to hit July. And I think July is a great time, honestly, to kind of reassess where we were at the beginning of the year, what those goals were, if we haven't checked in on them, which I know quite a few people will miss that kind of that check-in or won't set up a time frame to reach their goals. So it's kind of time to check in, make sure that we're on track, make sure that you've got a clear plan and where you're going through, and just reassess. So we're almost halfway through 2023. I know it's crazy, but man, how do you guys think you're doing with the goals that you set, whether they're personal or professional, whether they're for your business or for your family? Where are you at? I saw a little a while back, and we talked about this in January, because I'm kind of recircled, right? So I kind of went back and thought about what we talked about on Water Cooler Wednesdays at the beginning of the year, and hence where I came back to the goal setting and talking about that. So, we kind of talked about some of the statistics that I had seen, and setting the goal is just the start of the battle, right? Setting a SMART goal is half the battle. And then when you really break it down, what does it look like? So for me, and I brought this up, right? I show horses, and most riders don't necessarily have a goal, right? Like, they have an idea of what they want to do, but they don't have what they want to actually accomplish for the year, right? So 84% of riders just ride, right? Like, they just go out, they ride, they'll go show their horse, they'll kind of do, whatever it is that comes up, whatever their trainer tells, whatever trainer tells you. We kind of have that in our mind, like, I just got back from Versatility World and Pinto World, and everybody kind of has that, I want to be a world champion in the back of their mind, but what does that really look like, right? Like, yes, I've thought about it. Yes, I want to get an AQHA Globe. Yes, I want to win world titles because I have a stallion. So, but what do the steps to get there look like? You're going to have to turn that down, Brightly. Turn it down. I'm on a call. So what do those steps look like? Only about 13% of riders get really serious and have an actual specific goal. They don't write it down. So, right? So that's your dream. That's your dream. Like, 84% are content to be riding and happy. 13% have a dream. They kind of know what they want to do, kind of know where they want to be headed. Only 3% break down and have a plan. So they say, this is my goal. This is what I want. And they never really set down what they want to do. So in this goal, when you set this goal, right, you've got to make the plan. So what is the plan? So for me, I had 2 goals this year with my horse. Well, I had 3. The first one got nixed because he was kind of a jerk. Celebration, making the finals at NRCHA Celebration for his first show in the bridle was goal 1, and we didn't do it. Right? I didn't have a clear enough plan. I didn't start soon enough. We had that show in February. So goal 2 and 3 were in SBA World. So top 10 in SBA World, and then the second goal for the year now, where we're at, right, what we're working towards on these plans is top 10 at the Quarter Horse Congress. So that's in Ohio. That's a hell of a trip. These are both hella shows. They've got a steep entry fee. Like, it's kind of was my pick for this year. Could have picked several other things, but Congress has been on my bucket list. In SBA, after I got to go last year and watch, really cool, really excited about that. So I have broken my 2 goals down, and they each have a plan. And part of that plan is currently my horse is back at my trainer's, because when I've ridden him for a long time, I get his lead changes kind of hoppy. And they don't like that, right? They want it pretty. Like the class that I ride in the ranch classes, they like them pretty. So I knew that he was going to need time at Matlocks, and so that it all has happened to work out. So we've got it all scheduled out. So he's currently there. We leave for an SBA World in August. Specifically, like I think we start the 10th is the show, 10th through the 20th. So get to go back to Tulsa. Pray for no bad weather. But so I have these goals, and I wrote them down, and I have a plan around them. I didn't get very detailed, and I really feel like I should, especially for Congress, because I know that I'm going to have to do more work, and I'm going to have a better plan, because I need to hit, those prep shows. So setting those goals for us and what it looks like. So I got to work backwards. Thankfully, I know my horse really well, and I know where I'm headed. So these are this year's goals, and I've got them broken down. And I want to be in that 3% of writers that have a plan and will accomplish 10 times what the other, 97% of writers accomplish. Like that's where I'm at, and that's my goal, right? We're going to accomplish 10 times what the other groups of writers accomplish, because I've gotten it written down. In business and in your personal life, it's the same thing. Getting very clear and very specific on how you accomplish your goals. How are you going to track your progress? How are you going to achieve them and what are you doing to achieve them? Why is it important? Knowing these things and having a time frame on them really is going to set you ahead. So it's going to help you get more than what your competition gets. So if you set that, I want a client in every single state. I want to have, X amount of followers. I want to have a pipeline of people to come work for me. So building those goals and setting those expectations and getting really clear on them allows everybody involved to know where we're going, know what's coming, what's going to happen, where we want to end up, and how to measure it. So how do you know if you're doing good? I had a previous manager that taught me, we'd get off conference calls, and he'd call me and he'd go, "What'd you think about it?" And I'd be like, "It's all right." "Well, why was it all right?" And I'd be like, "Well, I wasn't really engaged, so, that kind of sucks. I didn't feel the need to ask any questions. I thought it was repetitive." Like, having an opinion on why it was good, bad, or indifferent was something that he instilled in me. And, getting specific, be specific about it, be able to look at it, be specific so that you can give feedback, not just a feeling, that's the way you're able to measure things, right? If we're getting specific and we're keeping the facts and we're staying out of that, I feel like such and such happened. So thinking through those things, having that goal set down allows your team to be specific, right? So they allows them to give you feedback. It allows you to give them feedback. The goal is 5 calls a day. You've got to make 5 leads each week, or whatever it is. How many people have you talked to about business? I have a great audience, here on social media. We've got this open platform where if you get really good at your delivery, you can make a bunch of contacts. You can sell things. You can grow your business. You can hit your goals. But you got to be able to use it. And if you don't know how to use it, don't just bumble around in it. Start. There's a ton of access to you. Set those goals. I've got to read 2 articles this week on SEO or hashtagging or funnels. There's a ton of things that you can create these on. But this is ultimately going to bring you to your final goal. So working backwards in goal setting can help. What's your 5-year goal? Your someday goal? In 5 years, what does that look like? In 1 year, what does it look like? Next month, what does it look like? What does this week look like? What does today look like? What do you have to do right now to get to the goal? Right now, I have to have my water cooler live, start talking to people and get them interested in Opus management, right? Because that brings in leads, that lets us help you guys. And we are a business, right? So we're a consulting firm, and we want to help you grow your business, because if we help you grow your business, you utilize more of us, you pay us and you pay us more for more things. And, we need to host your SharePoint site. We need to build you a website or social media management. Any of these things really, all that does is that it takes things off of your plate, and it puts things on my plate, TJ's plate, whoever else in the company's, puts them on everybody's plate, and we continue to grow and stay profitable and can help more businesses grow and expand and just feed into that whole cycle. So kind of think through those as we're here. We've got about 4 minutes left before my streaming platform kicks me off of all the Opus social media. So we'll leave that with some questions, but hopefully you guys take some time. It's the 28th. You got till Saturday, so you got today and 2 more days till July 1st. Assess where your goals are at. Start thinking about what you want to do, where you want to be. Break it down. Get really specific. 2023 is not over, and we ain't done yet. So take the time that it's going to take to think through these things, whether they're personal, whether they're professional. Work on that. Remember, your habits determine your success. So what you do daily is what's going to get you to your goal. So think about that. Walk through, make your tracker, and then we'll see. We'll have this discussion again. We'll check in the quarter, right? So coming into July. So July, August, September, you got 3 months to make that progress, and we're going to have that check-in that first week of October. So then you'll have October, November, December, and then you'll have 3 more, and we're going to see where you guys are at. We're going to see where I'm at, because at that point, right, October, when we check in October, I will have gone through both of my goals for my horse. Both of those shows will have come and gone. God, y'all, makes me a little nervous that it's already here. So when we check in October, I'll let you know how mine are going, and if I hit those 2 marks, right? So the 2 top 10 marks at those shows. I got 4 classes to do it in. I got 4 classes. Ooh, that made it really real for me just now. See, I hadn't reassessed them yet either. So I got these days. So again, I appreciate y'all jumping on with me. My name is Kayla. I'm the client account consultant here at Opus Management. I appreciate y'all coming in every Water Cooler Wednesday to ask questions or just, hang out and listen to me kind of bullshit. You can find us at opusmanagement.us, opusmanagementdesign.com. You can schedule demos if you're looking for any software. We can schedule discovery to see how we can help you, any of those kinds of things. But let us help you accomplish your goals for 2023. And hopefully we'll see you back next Wednesday, where we will continue on our Water Cooler Wednesdays. I don't know what July's topic's going to be, but I'll try and have a theme to give to you guys next week. Follow us on any of the social medias if you want to be updated when we go live again next Wednesday. Opus Management, we're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. I think I said Facebook. But you can follow us there, guys. And we'll talk at y'all next week.